Well, hello there. I'm Pete LaFrance, the old Growler. Welcome to Meeting Expectations. If this is your first time here, what we do is we take a look at a can or a bottle of beer. Sometimes a spirit will stop by. We take a look at the information on the label. We take a look at the artwork and we figure out what they're trying to sell us. We crack it open and see if it meets expectations. Now, there's three things. Oh, if this is your first time here, I'd appreciate it and you enjoy this. Click on the subscribe button and the bell. That way you won't miss any of our presentations. And a comment on this one, I'd really appreciate it. Now, most folks, when they do tastings, they take a look, they see it, they sniff it, they sip it, and they speak about it. Well, what I do, I see it, I sip it, then sniff it, then speak about it. Why? Sometimes the olfactory senses can give the taste buds a little bit of a warning or a fake warning as to what the flavors really are. I'll let Master Sommelier Fred Dex explain it all to you right up there. You'll also notice I always use this type of glass. Why? Because that way no beer has a leg up on clarity or aromatics. And finally, the temperature of your beer is always important. Lagers, they are fermented at around 32, 33 degrees up to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. So they should be served at around 40 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit. Where ales are fermented, sometimes they can get up to 70 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, that's really hot. And they ferment right out very quickly in maybe a couple, 3 days, where lagers take a month to ferment out. So you're going to get different flavor profiles, and you're going to have to pay attention to the temperature that you serve your beer. So ales should be served 50 to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. Click right up there, and you can find out what temperature your beer should be served at. What I do, I have a thermopen, and that's what I use for all of the tastings here. There is a link down in the description box that you can get yourself one. It works beautifully for me, that's for sure. All right, for those of you who have been here before, you know what to expect. And here we go. First off, from the Barrier Brewing Company, right there you go. Long Island, New York, established 2009. This is their Awaken the Soul. It is a brewed with our friends Aslin Beer Company, so it must be a cooperative. Alcohol 11% by volume. Whoa, that's pretty high for a stout. But it's an Imperial Stout with coffee. It's only natural, in quotes. A blend of Ethiopian and Kenyan varietals roasted by Aslin Coffee. So that's it, it's Aslin Coffee, folks, are in here. Keep cold and drink fresh. Well, I try not to stay too warm, so I don't have to worry about keeping cold. Brewed and canned by Barrier Brewing Company in Oceanside, New York. Illustrated by Daniel F. Birch, B-I-R-C-H. Government warning, if I'm a woman, I shouldn't drink this if I'm pregnant, and if I'm consuming this, I shouldn't work on heavy machinery. I don't have to worry about either one of those. Please recycle. I'm not going there. It's an independent craft beer association, certified. Barrier Brewing Company, Barrier Brewing Company, Barrier Brewing Company. $7.99 at the local beer barrel. Let's take a look at this. That's kind of an evil looking thing there. That's what it's looking like. All right, well, what am I looking for? Well, a stout. Okay, an Imperial Stout, which is a lot of alcohol. Not much of a head to it. I'm not anticipating that much carbonation either. And with coffee. So that's going to be interesting. A little coffee instead of chocolate. So a coffee stout. All right? Coffee stout at 11% alcohol by volume. All right, so it's a stout. It should be, I guess, around 50 degrees Fahrenheit. We'll check it out. Let's see if this one can meet expectations. Okay, crack it open. Not too much carbonation smoke coming off of that. Oh, that's dark. What? Yeah. Oh, the head for sure. Look at that. That's a stout head. Yes, sir. All right. The colors are right on. Wow. Bubbles. There's some big bubbles and little bubbles. I mean, that's a little. Most of the time, they're small bubbles, and they, of course, burst on the top, and it's kind of rocky surface. But this one's got some big bubbles in the middle there too. Can't see much of the carbonation. I wasn't expecting much. All right. Temperature. Well, this is 56 degrees Fahrenheit. It's been out of the fridge for a little bit, but still, it is in the perfect range. So I got the perfect range as far as temperature. It looks like a stout. Let's see if it tastes like a stout. There's coffee. No doubt that. It's not overpowering though. The body is full. It's got the little bit of a rasp from the highly kilned malt, but it's not overpowering. It's not dry. It doesn't leave your mouth dry. There's a nice nice sweetness to it, which it's almost as if the coffee has got a sweetness to it. First nosedive. Well, there's a coffee, but there's also the grain, the roasted grain. Certainly a lot of roasted grain in that aroma. Second swig. Wow. The roasted grain grows on you. The coffee starts out, and then the roasted grain. And there's a very pleasant finish to this. Very pleasant. Not rasping at all. At 11% alcohol, which is almost a wine, this could be a very deadly beer. Yeah, it's right on. This one is I'm I don't know why Awaken the Soul has anything to do with it, but except for the high alcohol content. And if you look underneath the money sign there, it's kind of a vicious looking face, which is intimidating, very intimidating, but it's not that intimidating. However, that's a pleasant surprise. And so, from the little amount of information I had on here, which was coffee and 11% alcohol, it doesn't meet expectations. Does Awaken the Soul from the Barrier Brewing Company meet expectations? It certainly does. In fact, I would say it probably exceeds it, because it is a most pleasant beer. So I was expecting something to really a kick in the head, but no, this is pleasant. This is really nice. Well, so as I just said, does Awaken the Soul meet expectations? It certainly does. Again, if you like this program, please click on the subscribe button and the bell. That way you won't miss anything, and leave a comment. I'd truly appreciate that. I'm the Old Growler, Pete LaFrance, hoping all of your beers meet expectations.